Hi Capricorn, here's a general look at your solar chart for August 2011. This is a transitional phase. You're gear shifting from one phase to another, but probably along the way, you need to research things, you need to check things out, but also you might be feeling a little self-conscious and self-protective as you gauge what the priorities are and how best to move forwards. You probably feel that you've got to consider others' feelings, others' agendas, others' needs, and just tread carefully with certain people, but overall there will be influences around which could help you materially and emotionally, and for some things could get more intense or passionate in a love relationship, or maybe the two of you getting very passionate about something together. And a certain connection with another could touch you quite deeply. And that's up until the 22nd. And then from the 22nd, then that's a more freewheeling, outward energy, where you could be traveling more and learning new things, or at least traveling in your mind, at least, and not feeling so inward as you will be in the previous period. So, collaborations and even resources and funding, they can be very useful, very productive and energetic. That's before the 22nd, and you and someone can really do business together as long as you understand each other's needs and requirements. But I don't think that'll be so difficult, because you can have quite friendly relations with these sort of people, whether they're people you know personally or whether this is some kind of business agreement. If there is a glitch, then you can look for a win-win solution and arrive at one too. But Mars in your partnership area means that there can at times be a conflict of interests or of opinion, really. But a little healthy debate never hurt anybody. You might, though, have to kind of compromise a bit. Teaming up with another is advisable, as their contribution can be invaluable to you, though. But however, you may need to soften your tone. If you're used to kind of coming on really, really strong, you may have to just step back a little bit with your energy. Or if you're used to being quite passive and letting others call the shots, then you may need to just step forwards a little bit with your energy over this time from the 4th. Also, strive not to let somebody else's enthusiasm, drive, energy, agenda, schedule kind of tire you out, I mean, stretch your energies too far, and that can, be uncomfortable and put you at risk, so I'm going to say no. So close relationships could connect you to faraway places and travel, though, after the 22nd. So that's quite nice. Mercury is retrograde until the 26th. That's from the 3rd to the 26th. That means that it'll be time for you to scrutinize the knotty details of enterprises, projects, far-reaching plans, the nuts and bolts of taking a course, maybe the facts and figures, the syllabus, the whatever. The devil, they say, is in the detail, and knowing the rules and regulations like the back of your hand could be the upshot of this period, because it's almost as though you don't quite know yet how it's all going to pan out, but things are kind of slowly taking shape, but you can't quite see what the shape's going to be. This could also be about transport as well, or planning ahead where transport is involved. But some of you also may have to become a little bit more informed on the legal aspects of this or that or the other thing. And then from the 26th, you should be feeling more confident about how all the pieces fit together, how it all seems to be kind of evolving, and getting the gist of the bigger picture and feeling more secure then about the future. Now, every month I talk about the slow-moving planets, and they don't move a lot month to month, but I'll just go over them again now and take out a bit and add a little bit, but the basic is the basic. So for about 12 months, Jupiter is in a terrific area for you, Capricorn, and it's going to usher in a more playful, sociable mood. This will encourage your spontaneity. There's more of the child energy around, the inner child energy around. Give you more of a chance to shine in your own unique way without self-criticism or judgment, kind of you limiting yourself in the way. It really will give you the chance to learn how to do that. And you could actually be having more connection with young ones, children, animals. Also, another way this works is that you are launching into a new pursuit, hobby, connected with the entertainment industry even as well for some of you. The arts too. Your originality can really come to the fore with this vibration. Certain others could really recognize that, appreciate you, give you admiring glances, a little bit of that romantic thing going on here with Jupiter. Make you the center of their attention for whatever their reason is, but it tends to be beneficial, it tends to be positive with Jupiter. So you can get on with the sorts of things that you kind of like to do, be with the sort of people you kind of like to be with, and you're more likely to feel bolder about taking risk, maybe speculate a bit, have a flutter on the markets, although at the moment I wouldn't. But in some other way, you get the gist of what I'm saying, hopefully. More willing to be playful, chilled, and it's great for all love relationships and creative money-making schemes, and also for involvement with young ones, children. Now, Saturn and Pluto, they're both aspecting your sign very strongly at the moment, along with Uranus, and both of those, Saturn and Pluto, get you wondering about your longer-term direction, really, across the board. And this is in the background when you're making decisions about what you're doing. There may be a sort of a crunch point for you, but really this is to help you, in fact, to realize certain things, to let go of certain ways of being, to build a new structure for yourself in life, a new persona. I mean, really the universe is doing a cosmic makeover job on you. And sometimes you're feeling you're not ready to let go of certain aspects of the way it's always been. You're quite a traditional sign. It takes you a little while, it takes you time. It takes you time to process and settle in, get happy and comfortable with a new way, a new idea or a new way of being. But you bring your past with you, But maybe there's some elements of your lifestyle which are just outlived. And this is now the time for you to start to evolve, for you to rethink, upgrade, get more secure with a new paradigm, a new dimension, new way of being, and also, get the status or recognition that you think you deserve, along with putting things on a new footing, not only with yourself and your approach in life, but in your close relationships, the family dynamics, and get a stronger identification with perhaps what you're doing for a living. It's not just for the money, it's not just to pay the mortgage, it's because I want to do this, you see, and that's really Pluto's stuff more, that one. Now, Uranus, another very strong planet, and planetary energy of change, is also impacting your sign very strongly, be at the root of your solar chart for many, many, many years. That's 7 years. So significant changes, and sometimes sudden ones, things that you weren't expecting will be affecting the home base, your place on the map, property matters. So what was kind of normal before is not normal now, but also family dynamics. And Uranus tends to bring turnarounds and reversals. So if things haven't been going well, they're likely to pick up. but it needs you to be ready to meet change and shift yourself inwardly, to really tap into this energy in the best way. Shift your maybe opinions as well, and you know, this is to help you to build this new structure. So your foundations could be rocked from the outside influences and the bigger wheels in the world, circumstances beyond your control, but also to do with family and neighborhood and community. And you've got to adapt to it. Sometimes a very uncertain environment there, but also connected to members of your family or within family dynamics. And you Capricorns born in the first 6 days or with the first 6 degrees of Capricorn rising are going to feel this vibration most this month. And Neptune has reversed into Aquarius, be there until February 2012. This may affect you Capricorns born at the very end or the very beginning of the sign, increasing a sense of uncertainty related perhaps to finances, property, or your what your priorities are, where you stand, what's the most important on these basic material levels to do with finances, property, possessions, large and small. Things may feel a bit up in the air. You're not getting the clarity. This should be, however, a minor niggle for you unless Neptune makes a really strong aspect with an important point in your natal chart, Capricorn. And of course, I've mentioned Pluto before. You're sensing the emotional undertow of Pluto in your life. It's in your sign now. This is going to be quite a long cycle, reminding you it's time to begin redesigning and renewing your short-term ambitions, because the universe is going to be doing this too, and your long-term goals. The universe is going to be doing this too, so you may as well go along with it. But there will have to be some letting go of a previous position, a previous expectation, a previous scenario, you know, really in a way you're leaving the past behind with this one, and old habits, you know, as well, old knee-jerk responses, because this is a big makeover job. So you need to follow your deepest sensing now, follow your hunch, follow your gut, even though your mind is screaming at you that it's illogical. Just follow that string that pulls you. And you Capricorns that are born the 24th of December to the 30th of December, or with 2 to 7 degrees of Capricorn rising, are going to feel this vibration mostly this month. And from the 23rd, well, you're into a more adventurous, outgoing vibration, as I said earlier, and you will get the urge even more strongly to escape from the daily grind. And that's it for August. If you know your rising sign, listen to that too. It'll add to or subtract from what I said here. And I'll see you the next time.